I'd also like to talk about safe touch. Touch is very helpful in inviting the nervous system to shift out of shutdown. Many different types of helpers use touch to help people move out of dissociation and overwhelm. Massage therapy, for example, is a very effective treatment for depression. What's important for those of us who are psychotherapists is that we discuss this aspect of therapy with our clients and that we get clear consent for touch when we're using it. What I like to do when I'm working with somebody and I'm noticing that touch could be helpful is I show them the touch that I'm recommending on me, and I have them do the same touch on them. So I just wanted to try out a couple of different exercises with you that you can see whether touch is effective for you. So this is a really simple one of just putting a hand on the heart. And what we're doing here is we're connecting with our vagus nerves, with that ventral vagal social connection, and we're just seeing if that feels pleasant. Now, with any exercise that I try out with you, I want you to use your own best judgment. And if I'm suggesting something and it doesn't feel okay, just don't do it. Just take a pass. We can have the hand on our heart and another hand on our face. And here what we're doing is just connecting with that, again, those branches of the vagus that are involved in social connection. We can try a hand cupping the back of the head, just at the base of the skull. And again, you can just see, does this feel okay? Is it comfortable? Does it make me feel a little bit warmer or more comfortable or a little bit more settled? And then the last one I've been doing a lot lately. It's just gently cupping your eyes. So your palms of your hand are on your cheeks, your fingertips are on your forehead, and you're not pressing on your eyes at all. You're just creating a little warm space around your eyes. And just see how that feels. Just see if that feels relaxing. If this might be something that you wanted to do when you're feeling tired, or you're feeling a bit overwhelmed, or you're feeling a little stressed. And it's interesting because I was stressed when I started giving this talk, and I'm just noticing my digestive tract waking up and starting to kind of participate in the conversation, and that is a sign of relaxation. So there's another exercise that we're taught in somatic experiencing, which might seem a little bit way out there to people, but it's really effective for working with any kind of distressed nervous system, and it's called the VU sound. What Peter Levine says about the VU sound is that when we're in this immobilized state, the sensation in our guts are so dreadful that we routinely block them from consciousness. But when we open up to be a resonant musical instrument, then we're opening our throat up, we're opening our chest up, we're even vibrating and opening up our belly a little bit, and that this stimulates that social connection ventral vagal system. So I'm just going to invite you to try this with me. You're actually muted right now, so nobody's going to hear you except for you. But what you do is you just take a breath and you go, and you just go until you run out of breath, and then you stop. And if it's a safe exercise to do, then you'll feel okay after doing it. And if it's not, then I hope you just stop it and don't try to force it in any way. What I notice is just a little kind of like a shimmery feeling in the body and in the face as things open up, as muscles relax. So it's a little bit like self-massage. You can get some of the same benefits from humming, from singing. Lots of people don't like to sing because they say, oh, I don't know how to sing. but just about anybody can make a VU sound. And I swear, I live in a town called Parksville, and I swear there are people all over Parksville who are VUing in their cars, because that's a safe place where you can make a noise and no one will think that there's anything odd going on. So that's just a nice, simple way to shift the nervous system. And it works for anxiety as well as depression. It just seems to have this very helpful shifting of state. Anybody who is a dance practitioner or a yoga practitioner or a Feldenkrais practitioner, or who practices any of those physical methods, will know this next tip, which is to try gentle movement. There's a lot of really good evidence on the benefits of Tai Chi, which helps us regulate emotion. It helps to relieve the symptoms of depression and anxiety. On yoga, which it's associated with increased parasympathetic relaxation, greater heart rate variability, which we talked about earlier, and increased levels of the neurotransmitter GABA. And GABA is a neurotransmitter in that settling, relaxing nervous system. So yoga can be really effective at reducing depression and anxiety as well. I work with people who they don't have the energy to do yoga or to go to a Tai Chi class. And so I start with very simple, gentle, small energy costing experiences. And so again, I just want to introduce you to one of those. And this is just a really simple breathing exercise where you're holding a kind of an imaginary ball in your hands. And as you take a breath in, the hands come out. And as you breathe back out, the hands come in. So just try that a couple of times. So this can be a really helpful exercise to do to somebody when they're feeling panicky, or they're feeling really low energy, or they're feeling sad. It can be a really helpful energy for you if you're feeling exhausted, if you're feeling just like you've had too much in the day. Other gentle movements such as walking and swimming also help. The key is to be able to begin with something that you're able to do. And because shutdown leaves a person with very little energy, we want to set a small goal that's easily reached.